Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I'm going to assume that if you've clicked on this video, you're actually interested in finding out how I got to the final result on the thumbnail of this video. I'm going to preface this by saying I am not originally a JEM and the Holograms fan. I did not grow up watching the cartoon. I actually didn't even grow up in America, so yeah. However, I am a fan of beautiful dolls, and folks, this doll is very attractive. Very pretty doll. Look at that face. However, I'm not really a fan of the purple colored hair. I know that is a trademark of Shana on the JEM show. That said, I asked through email the loyal subjects, what fiber is this? And no one answered me. So today we're going to test whether or not this is nylon. So I'm going to attempt to dye it. Stay tuned. Starting off, I will have to remove her clothing because I do not want to get this damaged. Now, this is not an unboxing video, so I'm not going to be focusing on taking the doll out or even her clothes. This is just a focus on her hair, trying to change the color. I probably will talk about the doll herself after I've done this, maybe in a part 2, because this is simply about her hair. Okay, let's get that process going. Step 1 in the dyeing process is to wash the doll's hair to make sure there is no product or residue in the in the hair, because the dye will not adhere properly. Her hair actually is shrunk, like real curly textured. Anybody who has this texture hair knows you wet it, it actually shrinks. How cool. And now on to the dyeing process. Now here we have some boiling water, a splash of Rit dye in wine, Rit dye in brown, and a splash of distilled white vinegar. You know, I actually need to one day figure out ratios, but at this point, this is just a test to see if the doll's hair will actually take up any color, which would indicate that it is indeed nylon. You've seen me do this on this channel before, but let's see right now how this goes. How do I get the best angle going here? I want to actually watch this happen live. The color, if this is nylon, should start to travel up the shaft of the hair strands, really. Oh boy, can I get this in the frame while holding it with one hand? I don't know, let's see. Here we go, going into the water. All right, let's see. All right, oops, it actually went up on the side. You can see this happening here. Oh, yep. Yep, let's see. All right, pushing it down. We have some of her hair that's floating. Typical type 4 hair, huh? That's funny. All right, let's look at the sides that were in it. I don't want to get her face in this. I really should film this off camera. I'm gonna keep dipping, okay? As a test, let me show you what happened here. I just put my spoon in the center of her hair to submerge that center part while not touching the outsides. And I'm gonna take it out for a second. Do you see what's happening? Yep. As much as we knock on the loyal subjects, this seems to be nylon. When I wet it, by the way, it definitely feels like nylon. I'm going to continue pressing her hair into the rest of the dye solution. Now guys, with nylon, sometimes you don't even have to get the whole hair into the solution. It kind of just soaks up into the shaft. And that is what is happening here. There's parts of it that I didn't press in to the dye solution, and it just really soaked up into it. We have some shades of purple right here still, so I'm gonna submerge that I don't want to get her face. You know, this is where you should put a little Vaseline on the outside of the doll's vinyl on her face so that you don't get it damaged by the dye. I have to press that side a little bit more closely to get to her hairline. 1 second. Now, I'm not mad about the slight purple tint at the back because, hey, we might want to, oh, whoops, see, don't want that. See the color on the vinyl? Must remove that right now. I don't mind the little bit of purple on the back of the hair, little hint of purple. Just give a little hint of who she was before her transformation. Ha ha ha. What do you think, guys? What do you think? The next test is to start washing this out and see if the color will stick. You can see the water is now running clear. So the dye is almost out and the color is still staying in the hair. So guys, this is definitely nylon.